As I record this video, yesterday would have been my mother's 99th birthday. She never thought she'd live that long, and she didn't really want to. Her longevity makes me wonder about the length of my life. If I live as long as her or longer, that means I have another 35 years or so to make the best of my time on Earth. And that's really what I intend to do. I don't want to have regrets when I die. And I would really like to live a vibrant life until the end. Now, on the other hand, my father died at 45. So I could just as easily have a shorter lifespan. But I've already outlived him by more than 20 years. I think it's pretty common for us, for us humans, when we hit the age of 50 or 60, to think that our life is almost over. But that's really an invalid belief. You may have passed the halfway point of life expectancy, but likely you still have a lot of years left to live. So if you don't believe me, let's look at the statistics and you'll realize that people are living longer and longer all the time. The U.S. Census Bureau reports that more than 56 million adults aged 65 and older live in the U.S. alone, and that accounts for 16.9% of the nation's population. The Society of Actuaries claims that today's a 65-year-old male who's in average health has a 55% probability of living to age 85. A 65-year-old woman in average health has a 65% chance of reaching 85. There were also almost 90,000 centenarians, people who lived to 100 or older, living in the US in 2021. And that was nearly twice as many as there were 20 years prior to that. That statistic comes from the Population Division of the United Nations. In November 2022, 1 in 5,000 people in the US were centenarians. So if you have to look at that and say, well, there are a lot of people living a long, long life, right? And so there's no reason to believe that when you hit 50 or 60 or even 70, that your life is going to be over soon. It may not. You might still have 20, 30, 40 years left of life. So if you're curious about how long you'll live, you could try this longevity calculator by Dr. Thomas Pearls. Just look it up online if you're watching this video, or go to my blog post where there will be a link. But you could try his longevity calculator and find out how long you'll live, or how long he thinks you'll live. But I'd think carefully before you do that, because your longevity calculation, or the result of this longevity calculator, is going to place a thought in your head that you only have a certain number of years left to live. So that longevity calculator result is going to say, you have 10 more years, 20 more years, 30 more years. And that becomes as you think about that, it's a suggestion, and it becomes a belief, or it can become a belief. And that belief has the power to impact your longevity. So for instance, if you discover you're only going to live another 5 or 10 years, and you choose to believe that belief may very well become your reality. For that reason, I didn't use that calculator. I didn't want to even entertain the thought that I could die sooner than I would like. I want to believe that I have many years still ahead of me, that I'm going to live as long as my mother, if not longer. But don't discount the power of your belief about how long you'll live. Because if you believe you're going to live longer, there is a higher likelihood of that being the case. And if you believe the opposite, that could be your reality. So Dr. Becca Levy, or Levy, I'm not sure how she pronounces it, wrote a book called Breaking the Age Code: How Your Beliefs About Aging Determine How Long and Well You Live. And she's a Yale professor, and she makes a really powerful mind-body connection between psychology and health, between belief and longevity. She demonstrates in this book that improving your age beliefs, your beliefs about age and aging, benefits the aging process. including the way that genes operated. So if you change your beliefs about aging for the positive, not only do your genes change how they operate, but you can extend your life expectancy by 7 years or more. She also demonstrates that many health problems that we have always considered to be entirely due to aging, like memory loss and hearing decline and cardiovascular events, that they're actually influenced by the negative beliefs we have about aging. Beliefs are super powerful. And, I talk about this a lot. Beliefs are super powerful. You think a thought, and the more often you think it, the higher likelihood it becomes a belief. And beliefs impact every aspect of our life. So why wouldn't they impact aging? There's no reason. You form beliefs about aging starting in childhood. And they're shaped by the messages you receive from culture and family and friends. And then your beliefs shape your perceptions and attitudes toward aging and how it impacts emotional, mental, and physical health. For many, many years, societies held negative beliefs about aging, including the idea that getting older is accompanied by decline and aging results in loss of control and independence and ultimately negative health outcomes, right? And you can see that that these beliefs are widely accepted and reinforced through the media and advertising. Just pay attention and you'll see how media and advertising are reinforcing this belief that it's not okay to age and that with age comes, new challenges. And then look around at celebrities who invest huge, and maybe not even just celebrities, but who invest huge amounts of money ensuring that they remain looking young. But positive beliefs focused on personal growth and wisdom and fulfillment and well-being and happiness that come later in life result in a more positive aging experience. Actually, people who believe they're getting better with age, that's what they experience. They experience getting better with age. Now, if we look specifically at how your beliefs about aging impact your physical health, including your cognitive function and body ailments, we'll see that studies have shown that negative beliefs about aging affect memory, balance, and immune function. But in contrast, positive beliefs about aging can contribute to resilience and better cognitive function and health. So here's the thing, that people holding positive beliefs about aging are more likely to engage in healthy behaviors, such as regular exercise and healthy diets and preventative health care. And so their beliefs lead to actions that help them live longer. So it's not just that they're thinking they'll live longer and they will, they actually do things that help them live longer. Also, positive aging beliefs lead to lower likelihood of chronic ailments, such as cardiovascular disease and diabetes. So there is a mind-body connection. Plus, your beliefs about aging impact your emotional and mental health. And that emotional and mental health can impact your physical health. So research proves that negative beliefs contribute to negative attitudes about aging. So that can increase your risk of depression and loneliness and social isolation and anxiety. Positive beliefs about aging are linked to higher self-esteem and greater satisfaction and improved resilience, right? And those positive emotional, those positive feelings are going to impact your body. So you can see that it's super important to change your negative beliefs about aging into positive ones if you want to age well and live a long life. But, negative beliefs are deeply ingrained. Doesn't mean you can't change them, though. So how do you start changing these ageist beliefs? First, you have to identify them. Make a list of all the things you believe about getting old or older. You might be surprised at what you think about the process and that stage of life, but write down all those negative beliefs about getting older. Then challenge those beliefs. You can do so based on facts or studies. Stay away from any assumptions and interpretations. Go with facts, or else look at positive role models. There are people you probably know who are in their 70s, 80s, and 90s, or even older, and still doing the things they love, experiencing good health or enjoying life. I think about the videos there was a woman who was 101 and still working as a nurse in a hospital. I see pictures of people who are in their 90s and older who are dancing and going out to dance all the time. So take a look at those. So statistics and role models. Then consider what you would like the process of aging and the kind of old age period of life to be like for you. If you could wave a magic wand, what would your later years in life look like and feel like and be like? Use your imagination often to think about that, because that impacts your neural pathways and it impacts your body and all of that. And make some statements or affirmations related to your vision, this imagined scenario of aging for you. And repeat those affirmations to create new positive beliefs about aging. Because if you keep thinking those same thoughts over and over again about positive thoughts and positive affirmations about the aging process, you will again create new neural pathways, which makes it easier to have that be your truth, right? There's a fourth way to change your beliefs about aging, especially your negative beliefs about aging, and that is to change your age-related identity. In other words, decide who you're going to be now or in the future as your identity relates to aging. So who do you want to be as you age? You want to be someone who has trouble walking, loses mental acuity, believes life gets harder as they get older? Or do you want to be someone who's flexible and strong and mentally sharp and wakes up every day grateful for another chance to live fully, and who believes that they are getting better, not older? Obviously, being the first type of person, adopting that identity comes with a set of negative beliefs about aging. The second type of person, the one with a positive outlook on aging, has positive beliefs about getting older. And being someone who has a positive mindset about aging is going to increase the likelihood of having a healthier body and mind as you get older. So that seems like a pretty good reason to adopt that kind of identity. But please don't underestimate the power of your beliefs. Negative beliefs can lead to all sorts of physical, mental, and emotional challenges, while positive beliefs can help you prevent them and enhance your well-being as you age. Also, when you adopt positive beliefs and kind of debunk the negative ones about aging, you take control of the process to the greatest extent possible. You stand in your power and create a happier and more fulfilling aging experience. So whether you're in so-called middle age or older, or maybe you're even younger, you can choose what to believe about aging. You can even decide to believe that you have many, many more years to enjoy, and that set of beliefs will determine to a great extent your experience of the coming years. So I'd love to know whether you have a positive or negative belief system around aging, and whether you plan to change it, or whether you've seen that your positive or negative thoughts and beliefs around aging are impacting you mentally, physically, emotionally. I'd really love to know. So drop me a comment down below this video and tell me what you think. Okay? I'm Nina Amir, the Inspiration to Creation Coach. This video was motivated not just by my mother's, what would have been my mother's 99th birthday, but I recently had a birthday 10 days before her. And so this has been on my mind, and I hope you found the video useful. So people know me as the Inspiration to Creation Coach. I am an intuitive transformational catalyst who works with people to help them step into being the person that they want to be, that they know they can be, in order to create what they want to create. And I do that by focusing on both their personal and spiritual growth, because we are all spiritual beings having a human experience. And so I combine personal and spiritual growth to help them live a human life that feeds their soul, their spiritual aspect. So if that's of interest to you, if you feel like you are stuck in any way, if you feel like you don't know how to change your circumstances, you know there's more for you, you would like to be more connected to your spiritual aspect, then click on the link above for the Inspired Creator Community. This is where I offer personal and spiritual growth, along with training, spiritual trainings, and really help you step into being your best self, the self that you know you can be, the one who can do the things that will help you create what you want. And it's about being a creator, being inspired to create your best self and your best life, to make the kind of changes within you that help you reach your potential and fulfill your purpose. So if that's of interest to you, click above. Join the Inspired Creator community. I would be honored to work with you there. You can join anytime. And yeah, that's it for today. So until I talk to you next time, go out there and achieve more inspired results.